Now, when I first read the patch notes, the main excitement I had for this PTS was the two exotics. I felt that the two exotics would be really fun to use in, like, say, the Dark Zone. So, the first thing I did when this PTS came out was I jumped on and I made a ACOSTA'S Regen God build specifically to use in the Dark Zone and have some fun. And well, I found out that this is fun in both the Dark Zone and Light Zone, and that you can use this in PvP and PvE. The survivability is really fun, and the damage is surprisingly there. Using a shotgun with a talent that doesn't really give you any damage at all, it is really fun to use. So without further ado, let me bring to you my Acosta's Regen God build coming to Year 6, Season 1. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to bring to you a new armor regen build you can use in both PvP and PvE. And in this build, I am showcasing the new exotic shotgun, the Overlord, and we are showcasing the new exotic knee pads, the Acosta's knee pads. So without further ado, let's jump into the build breakdown, and then we'll get into the gameplay at the end. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. You know the whole YouTube spiel. Let's jump into it. And here's the build. I already showcased this build in a previous video, and I asked if you wanted to see the full build breakdown, and a few of you said yes, so here we are. Now, starting off for the top, we are using the Technician specialization. Now, the only real reason we're using the Technician is because my secondary weapon has flatline on it, and I wanted to use the linked laser pointer weapon attachment. So that's why I'm using the Technician specialization, primarily for that, but we also get an extra skill tier. So my EMP sticky is at tier 1, as well as my decoy. Now, looking at this build, it is well, technically a close quarters build, being a shotgun and SMG build. This is a armor regen build, so you have high survivability, but we are also using perfect intimidate with this shotgun, so we're getting 40% amplified damage on top of that. Now, using this shotgun, we slow down our enemy up to negative 16% movement speed. Now, just mind you, using something like the Lady Death, you would get 20% movement speed added to your character. So this actually takes away 16% movement speed to whoever you're shooting. Now, on top of taking away their movement speed, that way you can focus your shotgun and get your hits on them, I am also using the new Acosta's knee pads that give me movement speed from vaulting, from not moving, from getting hit with any sort of status effect, and it's a lot of fun to use. So what I like to do is I'll shoot them with my shotgun, slow them down, take them out, whatever, and then if I'm getting shot or maybe I'm getting low on health or what have you, I can vault over a couple items, get my movement speed going, get my armor regen to kick in, and then jump right back into the fight. Because remember, as long as you have that bonus armor from Adrenaline Rush, you will also get that amplified damage from Perfect Intimidate. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. I was just trying to explain why I'm using the Technician, and here we are. So Technician specialization gives us +1 skill tier and gives me that weapon attachment. That way I can pulse my enemies with my secondary weapon. But the whole build is really focused around this shotgun. Now, this is not the final look of the shotgun. This is just a base KSG shotgun. But they said whenever season 6 or whenever year 6 season 1 comes out, they will have the updated look for it. But it is a exotic KSG. This one is at max expertise. I went ahead and maxed everything so we could test it out at its full potential. So we're sitting at 986k total damage. And that is with max shotgun, damage to armor, and damage targets that it cover. But it's all about the talent Capitulate. So capitulate hitting your enemy will apply negative 2% movement speed for each pellet hit. Now, you only have 8 pellets per shot, so that's a max of negative 16% movement speed. Now, that will only last for 5 seconds, and then shooting them again will reapply the stack. So, this thing has a 12 round magazine. That means you can shoot them 12 times repeatedly and keep that negative 16% movement speed on them the entire time. Just as long as you're hitting your shots, they will have that negative movement speed. So if they're trying to chicken dance or run away from you or what have you, you've got them right there. Now, the cool thing about this is that it just keeps reapplying. So say it's about to, say it's about to expire, disable, and you were reloading, you can easily just shoot them again and reapply that negative 16. I don't know. It's so much fun because what I do is I'll shoot them with the shotgun and then I'll switch over to my secondary. Now, my secondary is a Vector 45 ACP. Now, this thing has really high burst damage. Now, this one, again, is all maxed out, full tilt, expertise 26, max SMG, crit chance, and damage targets at a cover. And I went ahead and put flatline on here. So we're amplifying the damage by 15% by pulsing them. And again, we're pulsing them because of that weapon attachment, the linked laser pointer. Now, if that's not good enough, we also have the backup boomstick, just in case. 1 million total damage. And this one, damage targets at a cover and optimist. Now, those are the weapons, right? We're primarily wanting to just test out that shotgun, and it's a lot of fun, I'm telling you. I forgot how good the KSG is because it's been a while since I've used the mop, right? Isn't it the mop? I'm pretty sure. And since then, I really haven't used that shotgun. So the Overlord is a nice change. I don't think that I would use it as like a full-on meta build, but I could definitely see teams using this to slow down the enemies while the other teammates get to focus fire. That I do see. Put it on a tank build like this, and then that way you can still do some damage, but you're primarily face tanking the enemy, being a bullet sponge, while slowing the enemy down. And if you're in a team, they get to focus fire, take them down quicker. It's nice. Now, looking at the build, we have 3 Heliguard, we have 2 Golem Gear, and then we have the new exotic knee pads. Now, just like the exotic shotgun, the exotic knee pads will also look different. They'll have a different placeholder right here because just from the looks of it, you can see that it appears to be Ninja Bike knee pads, but it's not. It is the ACOSTA'S knee pads. Now, the cool thing about these knee pads is that you can reconfigure the normal attributes and change them. So, for example here, I have crit chance and armor regen to go with my armor regen build. However, what I did notice after reconfiguring a few dozen of these bad boys is that you will only get armor for the core, a red and a blue attribute. However, they will be random when you reconfigure them, which is cool because then you could get like, I don't know, headshot and hazard. You could go crit damage, hazard, what have you. Doesn't matter. But it will be forever a armor core, a red, and a blue attribute. But for this build, I chose crit chance and armor regen, and I was using this to test out the talent escape plan. Now, this one is fun, but I don't really see it being worth it in PvE. For me personally, I feel like this and the shotgun were both pretty much made for the Dark Zone. I'm just being real. There's no reason to slow down your enemy in PvE, but there is in PvP, especially in the Dark Zone, maybe even Conflict. Now, these knee pads, I would not recommend them in Conflict because there's no reason to have movement speed in Conflict. However, in the Dark Zone, I do understand either you're trying to chase down manhunts or maybe you're trying to get off your manhunt. Maybe you're in a PvP fight and you want to bob and weave while your armor regen is activating. You can use these and increase your movement speed. There is a reason to use these in the Dark Zone. However, anything really outside of that, it's a gimmick. It's to make you laugh. It's a new way of playing, but it's not really to be taken too seriously. Like the movement speed with the Lady Death is nice because you could do amplified damage and get movement speed. These don't do anything like that. All it does is it helps you move a little bit quicker, but only for a short amount of time. Like if you're vaulting over objects, that movement speed is only for 3 seconds. It's really not that long. For the not moving for 5 seconds to get 20% movement speed, that's only for 5 seconds as well. So for the 5 seconds you weren't moving, if you were just normal sprinting, you probably would have got there quicker. The status effects giving you 10% movement speed, that's purely for PvP. Purely. There's no other reason for that. Why else would you need movement speed while being on a status effect? In PvE, you could easily just sit and cover, pop a med kit, and be done with it. But in PvP, this definitely has some sort of, viable reason to use. Now, the negative 50 impairment penalty from status effects, that is screaming PvP. Now, let's be real. Status effects is a huge problem in PvP, and this is a good little fix, especially if like a team is trying to like hunt you down or some crap. I don't know. I'm just trying to bring up some sort of situation, and maybe one of those people have like a burn sticky, right? So this would help you get through the burn and be able to run a little bit quicker while trying to get away from that status effect. Something like that, or maybe like say you're trying to extract something and you're putting your bag on the rope and they throw like a stinger hive, right? You get hit with a bleed. The bleed would usually slow you down a little bit. This would take away half of that penalty and it would speed you up by 10% because you had a status effect applied to you. So that would help you get out of that stinger hive a little bit quicker. That way you don't die. Because remember, usually if they're throwing a stinger hive on you, 2-3 hits of that stinger hive, it's going to kill you regardless. Just because stinger hives are so freaking, deadly. But remember that they also nerfed the range to the stinger hive. So this could help you get out of that situation. Again, PvP oriented. So that's why my first thought was put this on an armor regen build and go into the Dark Zone. And that's exactly what I did. Had a lot of fun. I went ahead and showed you that gameplay. I wasn't really talking during that gameplay because that was the second the PTS launched. I put it together and just jumped in there. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Not going to lie. Now, looking at the build a little bit deeper, we do have 2.1 million armor, but do note that everything is maxed expertise 26. I wanted to make this as good as it possibly could be to show you what the potential is as soon as it comes out. Now, with that being said, that gives you over 104k armor regen per second. Now, that's without any memento, nothing like that. That's just 104k armor regen no matter what, period. So that regeneration is there no matter what happens. Really cool. But I will stress that the damage bonus from the chest piece, Perfect Intimidate, this is only active if you have bonus armor. If you lose that bonus armor, you will not have this damage. So just remember that. That's why, like I was saying, you can bob and weave, vault over a few things, get your movement speed together, what have you, because you need to have the Adrenaline Rush active. That way you can get that extra damage. Now, starting with the mask, we have 3 Heligard pieces. This is our first one. Now, the Heligard brand set bonuses for this build, we get 5% total armor, 60% health, and 2% armor regen. As far as the attributes, we have max armor for the core, max crit chance armor regen, and a crit chance mod. For the backpack, we have max armor for the core, max armor regen, crit chance with crit chance mod, and Adrenaline Rush. But remember, we are taking this into the Dark Zone, so we need to apply the PvP. So this is why I'm stressing the Adrenaline Rush so much in the Dark Zone. Because in the Dark Zone, you are only getting 10% bonus armor per stack, and you only get 3 stacks. So you're only getting 30% bonus armor. Now, I do understand with a 2.1 million armor build that I'm getting over 600k, bonus armor. I get it. But in PvP, what have you, that 600k bonus armor will be gone pretty quick. So you need to play smart and make sure that you utilize that perfect intimidate, because that's where you're getting a real, big increase to your damage being a full tank build like you are. Now, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Going to the chest piece, though, the perfect intimidate damage is the same in PvP and PvE. So you get 10 stacks. Each stack gives you 4% weapon damage. But this is to all enemies within 10 meters, and you have to have bonus armor, which is cool because Adrenaline Rush also activates within 10 meters. So you have to be up close and personal, and it's well worth it. Now, the last piece of Heligard are the gloves. Max armor for the core, max armor regen, and max crit chance. Now, going to the chest piece, this is the Hunter Killer chest piece. Now, you can get this, you can get this blueprint from Descent, actually. That's where I got my blueprint for it in the game right now on Xbox. Now, to get this chest piece just overall, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 2 hunters. Those are all the hunters that are attached to Warlords of New York. Now, once you do that, you can open up the off-white chest that is in the Haven settlement in New York City. You'll receive this chest piece, and then Cassie Mendoza will sell a different version of it every week. So that's how you get this chest piece. Now, the reason why I'm using this, two different reasons. First one is I wanted to have that perfect intimidate with the shotgun. It really does. You'll see the difference in the gameplay, because having it and not having it is a big deal. But the other reason why I'm using this is because I needed Golem Gear. Now, Golem Gear, the 2-piece brand set bonus, gives us 1.5% armor regen. So that's how I'm up to that 104k per second, is that I have the 2% from the 3-piece Heligard, and then I get the 1.5% from the 2-piece Golem. Now, adding that from the armor regen from the exotic knee pads and all this expertise upgrading, that's how we're up to that 104. So the chest piece is pretty vital. That, and I wanted the perfect intimidate. I mean, the only other thing I would maybe obliterate is the only other talent that I would substitute. Now that leaves us to our last piece of Golem Gear, and this is the holster. Max armor for the core, max armor regen, and max crit chance. Now you could tell I have crit chance on everything, and the reason for that is my shotgun. 58% crit chance. Come on. That's 2% away from max on a shotgun. So we're doing good damage, and we have really high armor regen. Now, this is the weapon stat sheet for my Overlord. Remember, this is a exotic KSG with a 12-round magazine. We're sitting at 986k weapon damage, 230k for PvP, 58 crit chance, 72 crit damage, 65 headshot. Don't forget about the armor damage and damage to targets at a cover. Going to the offensive tab, we're sitting at 36% all weapons damage bonus, and we are sitting at 30% shotgun damage bonus. So every time we're using the Overlord, we are sitting at 66% damage bonus total. Now with that, our gear talents are Adrenaline Rush and Perfect Intimidate, but we also have Escape Plan on the knee pads. Defensive tab, we are actually over 2.1 million armor. We have over 104k armor regen per second, and we are sitting at 533k max health. Now that health is low, but mind you, my shade level in the PTS is only 1456. And finally, my explosive resistance and hazard protection are both at 10%, and that's due to my watch level as well. So here's my disclaimer for all my build videos. I'm sitting at watch level 1456. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000, you can copy and paste the build and get the exact same numbers and results. However, remember you have to be, upgrading all those expertise. But with that being said, that's the build. I hope you enjoyed. This is my first of many PTS builds to come, so I hope you're ready for it. All of these are test builds, and they are all due to change if the developers, see some sort of change to be fit. But in this build, I don't really see anything being changed. The shotgun works the way it's supposed to, and so do the knee pads, so I really don't see this getting any sort of buff or nerf before it comes out in year 6, season 1. But let me know what you think. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. I do daily Division content, so ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single Division video. But that's it for me. Again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. I hope you have a great night. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day, what have you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. And like they say, roll that footage. Now it's time to do some gameplay. So to do that, I'm going to do, I'll do my 2 routes like I typically do. I'll do south and I'll do west. But I'm going to show you how vaulting over things will make this even quicker and make your Dark Zone experience even better. Now, not only that, 104k armor regen is ridiculously fun. Oop, and now we have Dark Zone drops. Hell yeah. Alright, side note, let's go ahead and just hit these Dark Zone drops. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So instead of doing like an exotic run or anything like that, we're going to hit these Dark Zone drops. So I hope you enjoy. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for the ongoing support. All right, here we go. Here we go, direct the day.
Dark Zone drop available.
Now, you'll see the different indicators. If it's half, that means I have 10%. And if it's full, that means I have 20%. Okay.
Hostile defender drone.
Yeah, I see the defender drone. Oh, snap. Let's see. Woo. There we go. Oh. Oh, come on. I'm right there. I'm missing my damage. Oh. Oh. Hold up, hold up. I mean, 2 taps a elite, but this heavy right here. There we go. I gotcha. That elite was giving me a little bit of trouble. Hurt. But that's the difference between, I'm seeing like a 295 crit and then like a 330. Yeah, 248. So it's 248 before the Intimidate. Yo. Not gonna lie, it's a little laggy, but it's the PTS. Oh, come on, bro. Oh! What the heck? Alright, what? Thank you. Okay. Yeesh. Trying to get an eagle bearer. Yeah, that was a little laggy, not gonna lie. That was a little bit. Okay, so we can run all the way across the map. And we'll go to the next one. Oh! Nice. Not now, Chief. I'm in the zone. Yeah, I like this movement speed. I like it a lot. And then you can just keep procking it. I like that a lot. You can just keep procking it over and over. Is nice. Oh, can't jump over that. There we go. Yeah, I like this in the dark zone a lot. Just this little movement speed alone is a game changer for me. Because I do a lot of exotic component farming, and this would probably cut my farming time down by a good percentage. That way I can get more exotics. I like it. This will help me out. I like it. And that's not even the full speed, because remember, standing still for 5 seconds will activate 20% movement speed. Now, I know a lot of people said try that with Umbra. So, best believe I did. I'm trying to jump. I want to show how this movement speed really helps out during like these dark zone drops, because then you can run across the entire map. You don't have to fast travel and lose your, contaminated items and such. There we go. We just ran across the entire dark zone. Nice. Isn't there a freaking turret right here? No? Oh, okay. Thought there was. So it's 248 without the perfect intimidate, and it's 327 with the 368. So that's 120k more. That's huge. That's a huge difference. Holy crap. Oh, ouch. Yo, it is super laggy in the PCS, I'm not gonna lie.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
It's like getting stupid laggy around the supply drop. To the point where I can't even use that shoddy. It's alright, because I do have a Vecta. There we go. Day. Oh yeah, the Vector does work. Oh. Yo, that freaking hive hurts. Oh, I already popped that bag. Oop. Nyom. Embrace the lag. Embrace it. Embrace it. Oh my god, there's more enemies. Why are there so many more enemies? Why? Where did these guys come from? Oh my god. I just say embrace the lag and it's like, oh yeah, here's a whole nother wave. But see, I don't have any bonus armor, so I'm not getting any of that extra damage. There we go. There we go. Yo, stop. Dude, just freaking die already. Like, Christ. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Man. I feel like I just had to take out like 20 enemies to get the one supply drop. It took me longer to take out all those enemies than it did to freaking run over here. Okay. Let's get here. We have one more. Woohoo! We leveled up our DayZ proficiency. All right, let's go. Gotta go, dog. Jump. Run. Run.
Rogue status removed.
Come on. We have less than a minute. I don't think we're going to make it. It gets way too laggy next to a freaking supply drop. I don't know. We'll see. Never say never. 40 seconds. There's no way. Unless I just run in there and just open it up immediately. 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Run, dude. Run, dude. Oh my gosh. 20 seconds. There's no way. There's no way, man. All right, I'm just gonna Leroy Jenkins. 15 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're shooting something. Okay, we got this. 10 seconds. We got this. We got this. Oh, got it, got it, got it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Yo, if you just saw that, please say you just saw that in chat or in the comments. I opened that at the last second, and combat rolled out of that blast. I mean, it still hurt me, but that was oof. Talk about a nail biter. Yeah, give me your stupid gear. Oh, yeah, it gets a little laggy next to the freaking... Because I don't have my movement speed increase. So it's not like it's lagging me because of my movement speed, because I haven't even been using it right here. Not when fighting. Here we go. Even though I guess I could be. Here we go. It actually smooths out a lot more when I'm using my movement speed. Yo, is this for real right now? Dude, come on. Where do these guys come from? Yeah, the Vector freaking smacks, dude. Yeah, the Vector smacks. I like it. The Vector go brrr. Ooh, piece of candy. I mean, I guess now I can do my exotic farm. Even though I don't need exotics, right? I'm in the PTS. Nah, yeah, that's wasted. All right, let's just go extract. You can see what it does. You get my meaning. You can run across the map quicker. You can have fun. I mean, come on. It's fun. I like it. These two exotics are by far my favorite two things that are coming to this next season. I'll definitely be using these two new exotics. I'll also use that new brand set for the magazine size, but I'm not going to use the new name gloves. I'm not going to use any of that. Perfect entrench, no. Weapon handling, nah, no thank you. I mean, let's be real. There's only two things in this game, and that's you either do damage or you have survivability. And weapon handling doesn't add to your damage, and it doesn't really add to your survivability. So for me, I'll pass. I'll stick with my damage builds, my survivability builds. But that's just me. I know that the gear set, I'm sure, will tickle a few people's fancies, but just not mine personally. I'm not saying that it's completely useless, but I'm just saying it's not going to fit my playstyle. But these definitely will. I like it. I'm not a big shotgun fan, but I do like using this. I just hit that guy for 452. Like, that's ridiculous. about to have an extraction. Anyone in the nearby? No one's playing the PTS, let's be real. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
Vehicle is on site.
There we go. Alright, that's going to conclude the good old gameplay for the ACOSTA'S Regen God build. You can get your movement speed and decrease the movement speed of your opponents while having 104k armor regeneration per second and up to 40% amplified damage from Perfect Intimidate. Now let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Are you going to use the new exotics when they come out next season, or are you going to pass? Is this something that you'd be interested in using? Let's see what you feel. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We are really close to 100k. It's getting ridiculous. And let me know what you think. Now, finally, shout out where you're from. And again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Peace out.